Good morning. My name is Gary Bailey. Today we got a 2013 Malibu 2.5 engine. Came from another shop. Customers says that if they drive the vehicle somewhere, that when they get ready to leave, it won't say anything, no start, just nothing. All the lights blinking off and on. I got ready to start working on it, and then I seen kind of how it was acting, so I decided to make a video. So I got everything hooked up. I wanted to look at the can and the ground circuit on this vehicle because I already know that it's got to have some type of ground problem. So let's get it started, let it warm up, and then see what it do. Okay, it starts up, it's running, and already we can see a problem. Let me bring it in. I got my voltmeter on the ground side of the coil, and look at it. Bag it off a little bit. I got one hook to the positive side and one hook to the ground circuit, and you can see that we got activity on that ground wire, way more than it should be. So we're gonna let it run. And if you come over here to the lab scope, you can see that pin is all over the place. And that gold wire is the ground circuit. I'm going to slow it down a little bit and see it. So we can see that the can, the high and the low, is all over the place. And the gold wire is the ground, and it's elevated. We're going to just let it run and get warm, and then try to restart it. Okay, it's been running for probably about 15 minutes, and as you can see now, we got 3 volts on that ground circuit. So, it's been running for a minute. I'm going to shut it off and try to restart it. Nothing. Look at the ground circuit now. We got approximately 6 volts on the ground circuit. What I'm going to do now is, let's go unhook the ground and go straight to the engine block and see what kind of voltage we got over there. We know we got a ground problem. And looks like somebody just put a motor in here too. Sorry. See? Look here. We got the voltage that we got going from ground to ground. And let's look at this can. Let's see what it's doing over there. We got so we know we have a ground problem. What I'm gonna do, just to verify, we got a no start. So let's do it. Quick check with the voltmeter and some ground cables, and see can we make this vehicle start. Then we got to find the problem. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some jumper cables and go from the ground of the battery to the ground of the block and see can we make this vehicle start. Okay. Let's ground it here. Quick test. Ground it on the block. Oops, seen the spark. Ground circuit almost went to 0. Let me show you how I got it hooked up. Ground circuit almost went to 0. It's starting to look pretty good over there now. Looks like something that we can use now. Okay, so now let's start it up. Let me go back. See how we got it hooked up? We got ground to ground, ground to the battery post to the block, and let's see if it'll start. And start. So we know for a fact we got a ground problem. Now we got to find out what ground is it. Take the cable off the engine. And let's try to restart it. Nothing. There's nothing there. We got 1 volt on that ground circuit again. Come on, hook the ground back up to the block. Let me get it a little closer where you can see it. I already got it hooked up to the negative side of the battery. And see if we can see that little spark that we know we can. Did you hear it? I want you to see what the can line is doing when I'm doing that. Sorry about my shakiness and everything. It's a new camera, I'm trying to use it, and I really don't know how it's working. I'm hoping. So I'm gonna take this over there too a little bit. Sorry. Now I'm gonna take it loose. Hook it back up. I'm gonna pause for a second. Got it hooked up. It's unhooked. Let it run for a minute, unhooked. It's driving that PCM crazy to be. I'm gonna hook the ground cable up, back up to the block, and we'll see how with the pin high and low is going. Got it hooked up. It's unhooked. Let it run for a minute, unhooked. It's driving that PCM crazy to be. Okay, I'm inside the vehicle now, and we have no check engine light. You can hear the fuel pump trying to run. I'm gonna hook the ground back up that I made and see if we have a check engine light. Okay, we have a check engine light and the vehicle starts. Let's find this ground problem. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, but people keep coming in and needing things. I looked up a diagram for the grounds, and it looked like the ones that make be the problem is one of them is in the back of the engine and another one is on the head. So what we're gonna do now is go up under the bottom of the car and see if we can see anything that's going on with that ground, and if not, then we'll go to the top. So I'm gonna stop it and start it back up when we get up under the car. Okay, I'm up under the car. Let's see if we can see this ground. Oh, where is it at? Right there. Don't look like it's bad, but I'm gonna pull on it and make sure, and probably retighten it up. I don't see nothing else. Let me see if I can pull on this ground. It's gonna be kind of hard with this hand. Okay, I got the bolt out and the ground. But when I got ready to take the bolt loose, it was not tight at all. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean the surface up, and I'm gonna retighten the bolt, and then we're gonna recheck it. But when I got ready to take it loose with the wrench, I didn't even have to put any kind of pressure. The bolt just started turning. So let's clean this up and retry it. Okay, I got the wire back on, the ground wire. But as I was up under here working, Apparently they have been having problems with this before because they got them a wire raised up on the solenoid wire, so when it act up they can start it up. Oh, come on, focus. See it right there. So they've been having problems with this car before. I mean, I don't know nothing about it. It was brought to me from another shop, but you can see that somebody had put a wire on there to start it up. So we got that bolt tight and clean, the ground. Okay, let's see. Still no check engine light, so the problem is not fixed. Let's go to the next ground. It's gonna be a little difficult to get to, but let's go to the next ground. All right, the next ground is up under the head. It'll be kind of difficult to get to. I might have to move some components, probably the PCM, and get up under and get it. You can't even see it. I was trying to. Once I get that stuff out of the way, I can probably let you see it. But we got to remove a bunch of stuff. So let me unhook the battery and all that, and get it loose, and then we'll get back started. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to stop. I got something else I need to work on. Okay, that's the ground right there. I'm gonna take that loose and see if it's loose or anything. But it is in a bad spot. Can't need a camera here and work on it at the same time. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Let's see if I can put it somewhere. Maybe right there. Get the tubes. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Get the bolt on, socket on here. And let's see. Take the bolt look like it's a little rusty. Let me get a magnet. Rust on the boat. Okay, let's get the wires off of here. Could put it in a. Hold on. Looks like it could be staying to be clean. Hold on. Yep. They feel pretty good. I need to take that other bolt out of there. Okay, I got the bolt out, and you can see it wasn't sewing too good. All the crusties on it. I don't know if you can see that. So let's clean this up. Clean the threads up on here. You can clean the grounds up. I might just move this ground to another place. It's so doggone hard to get to. I'm going to make sure it's nice and tight. So I'm going to clean all this up. And then we're going to reinstall it. Cleaned it up. And then I decided to clean the big ground. And as soon as I got ready to put the wrench on it, the ratchet, it snapped clean off. And you can see that somebody forced that bolt up in there because it was stripping going on way up in there. So I'm going to find a new location for it. And then what we're going to do is recheck everything. But you know what, before that, let's take the ground cable, my jumper cables, and try to see if we can try the problem fixed before we ever do anything else. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm going to turn the key on, and then we're going to duplicate the problem, and we're going to ground to the block and to the ground cable at the end of the block, and let's see what kind of readings we got. So let's turn the key on. Let's take it loose from there. It's already grounding. Look here, it's already grounding off the engine. It's got 10 volts now. It's grounding off the engine. So let's take the ground cable and ground there. And now we need to ground the block first, sorry. Ground the block and ground here. And okay, so what we need to do now is find a new place to put this ground, clean it up, put it on there, and it should be a fixed vehicle. And then we're going to look at all the waveforms again. All right, I took the ground and replaced it on the transmission, and the bolt on the transmission, it was loose too. I took it out by hand. They're gonna need to, whoever put this motor in here, gonna need to go over all these bolts again. But it looks like my ground problem is gone. Let's go down and look at it. Pretty good there. Let's see. Let's turn the key on and see what we got. We got a check engine light. What's the ground looking like? Ground looking pretty good. Well, let's start it up and see. I can live with that ground. Now let's take a look over at the Pico and see what kind of, it's pretty good. That gold wires the ground. The Green is the 12 volts, or battery volts, or charging volts, whatever you want to call it. Can high and can low. It's not jumping all over the place. Just let it run for a while and see what we got. Okay, it's been running for probably about 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm going to shut it off and restart it. And we see what we got. That looks like a fix to me. I'm going to put it all back together. Let the people know that that should be taken care of, but they got some more issues that they need to make sure those bolts, all those bolts is tight. We'll put the motor in here, and then we can get it back to the customer. My job was to find out why it was not starting back up, and I think we did it. We found that we had a ground problem. So we're going to just let it run.